homes still standing, but so many of them just flattened out here. We can bring the map back up here in just a moment, but this is off of Sunset near Alma Real Drive. That's going to be the general area, and that's also part of the downtown area there as well. But take a look at that. This is, when you talk about a brush fire and you say, oh, there's some homes that have been destroyed, I never picture anything like this. This is just blocks after blocks after blocks of that neighborhood out here, and you can just see it just goes and goes and goes. And then sometimes there is, oddly enough, there's like a structure standing or maybe a garage standing, but for the most part, I would say every home in this neighborhood flattened due to the Palisades Fire. And I would venture to say also, during one of the press conferences, I did hear them talking. One of the people talking about an entire neighborhood burning, and there was no resources there. This might have been what they were talking about, because it just goes and goes and goes. But also in that same breath could you imagine being a firefighter, and even with all the resources that you could possibly have at your fingertips, how do you battle an entire neighborhood burning? This has got to be 500 homes, maybe more. This is something that I personally have never seen, and again, I would venture to say a lot of other folks watching have never seen, especially here in the Southern California area. The haze is still really, really strong, or the smoke out here, so it makes it a little difficult. Sometimes when you get that wider shot, you just think, oh, we're just looking at a neighborhood. But then when you really kind of push in, you can see every single home out here just leveled. You've got the chimneys, you've got some of the walls might still be standing, but the devastation is complete and just jaw-dropping. I'm really not playing. I have no words to describe this entire neighborhood just gone.
It really is. It's just all reduced to rubble. And what hit me the most is when you put up the names of those streets, Stu. I recognize one of the names as somebody who lives there, and I'm sure a lot of people for the first time seeing their communities and these street names, and they can identify their homes. And unfortunately, I do think that I recognize the address of one of our friends. And just to see this, that their neighborhood and their house is probably leveled at this point, it's just so hard to see.
Well, just like these people, we don't know what their story is, but perhaps they used to live here, right? And they've come back to see what was left, and obviously not much. But really, when you're showing us this image, you have to remind yourself, and I know I'm not alone, this is Pacific Palisades, this is Southern California, this is Los Angeles.